It is rumoured that somewhere in the Rocky Mountains of Colorado there lives an ancient Indian medicine man, and this man's name is Marahuta Mahicha Akutuma, and in the ancient Indian language that means man with big cock, but no staying power. Now, very few people have ever seen this man, but the ones who have been sworn to secrecy over the location of his whereabouts. But apparently it is rumoured that if you do ever meet this man, you should present him with 3 gifts, 3 offerings, and those offerings consist of the toenail clippings from a young virgin bride, a bottled kind word from an evil pagan, and a dance that is only known to the ancient Indian people as the dad dance, a dance that I've perfected fantastically as the years have crept up on me. Now, apparently it is rumoured that if you give him these 3 offerings, he gives you a prize in return, a gift, and that gift consists of a mass subscriber rise in your channel. Hundreds of people just coming over and clicking onto a few videos and liking what they see and deciding that they're going to make that one almighty move over to come and see you and see what you're doing for the rest of your time. Also, a one chance video that goes viral. Hundreds and hundreds of thousands of views on this one video that just happened to have the right wording and came in at the right place, the right time, in the right location, aimed at the right people, and also the touch of God. That godly touch that every video you do from now on gets all the hits and views it ever needs. Now, for those of you like me and many others who can't afford the plane fare or don't get the time to go over to Colorado to see this ancient man, have got to make do with pretty much what you've got. And that is to put out your best gameplays and put it with it the best commentaries you can think of. Or even go with the best kind of creative content and try and use your imagination and be a bit different and split yourself from the crowd. It's hard, to say the least, but the problem is it doesn't always get you noticed, and you never get the desired effect. Now, I know a lot of people, and I've even said it myself, might come over and say, yeah, but it doesn't matter. As long as you enjoy what you do, that's the main thing. True, I enjoy this. I love it. It takes up a hell of a lot of my time, maybe a little bit too much, possibly, but to turn around to somebody and say, don't get worrying about subs and views, it's not the most important thing in the world. I kind of put that down to the equivalent of a contestant on a game show who's just missed out on the £500,000 prize by one question and one question only. And as he looks down to his feet in absolute despair at what's just happened, he gets approached by the overzealous and cocky host of the show with that unconvincing sympathetic look on his face and his arm outstretched to put around him. And as he looks at him and he says, oh no, so close, never mind, but have you enjoyed yourself? The contestant looks up at him and gives him that pathetic answer of, yeah, you know, I've had a lovely time, it's been absolutely fantastic, and fuck off. You know deep down in your heart this person wants to have a raving outburst and say, seriously? A good time? I've just missed out on mortgage-free living. I could have had that speedboat. I could have been the wife off and moved over to Thailand, a rich man, and met and married some young 18-year-old nubile lap dancer who worshipped the very ground I walked on and pleasured me sexually in every way possible, and ironed and starched my shirts and polished my shoes before I left the house, and treated me like the king that I actually am. And you dare to ask me if I've had a good time? I'll smash this studio up and torch the place to the ground. Problem is, such violence is unbeknownst to this man, as he's a father and a grandfather, and a keen gardener as well to boot. And he looks at this perfectly groomed, pathetic game show host and thinks to himself, do you know what? I'll just settle for pulling your trousers down live on air and revealing to the nation your Homer Simpson boxer shorts, you bastard. So, as we move on to more pressing matters, obviously the situation at hand is the discussion on YouTube and how to grow. Now, in me, myself and I, the one thing I have noticed, particularly from the social forums, is that there's a small community of about at least 500 to 1,000 of similar channels to my size that I know of anyway, who are all in the same boat. Everybody wants to grow, everybody wants to expand, people want to get noticed. People put out a video and sometimes put in the comments section, please throw a like, a favourite, anything on this video. Every response on this video and every like makes me enjoy what I do and makes me want to do more and helps to grow my channel. And it's absolutely true, because for me it's the comments. I've said it before, I've never really been one about likes. It is nice to see when you get a like. Anybody can click on and not really be asked to watch what you do, but I'll click a like anyway. The thing I always enjoy is the comments. I love reading comments, constructive or unconstructive or whatever. It's always nice to have a comment to read and react to. However, the problem I've got is when I'm sitting and I'm flitting through these social networking sites, I keep seeing these names popping up, these names all the time, and I'm looking on other people's videos and I see these other YouTubers come up on there. And I think, I know them, I'm subscribed to them, but these guys have never given me a look. And one of the most disappointing things for me recently, and I'm not going to mention any names because it's not fair, but there's a small YouTuber within our community, as I said, and he regularly posts videos. He's got a fantastic channel. All his content is good as what I've seen, and I enjoy everything he does. But he doesn't know me. He doesn't know anything about me. He's never watched one of my videos. But anyway, I was on holiday last week, and I noticed on Twitter he'd posted a comment saying, "Good morning everybody, I'm up, just having a coffee." And I thought, I want to ask this guy a question. Because it was just before I re-released that 1920s All the Fail of Modern Warfare 3 video from my previous channel. But I wanted to get an outsider's opinion, and at the same time, I wanted to do a bit of networking. I wanted to make myself known to this guy. So I sent him a message and I said, "Hi, how you doing? I'm thinking of releasing a video from a previous channel of mine. It was one of my favourites. I just wanted to get some feedback off you to see if you think it's a good idea." And I put the link to the channel in the description. And I waited, and then I clicked back on Twitter about half an hour later, and there was my response. "Yeah, I think it's a good idea. You should do it, but delete the one from your old channel." And I thought, well, I don't have that channel anymore. So I clicked on his profile, and I was actually disappointed to notice that he hadn't even watched the video that I'd linked into him. And even though a lot of you might think that's petty to get a little bit pissed off about that, it's the fact that he never even took the time to see what the content I was going to post was. I mean, for all he knew, it could have been a 5-minute video of me dropping kittens off a bridge. Yeah, great, yeah, put it on your channel, mate, go for it, woo, all power to you. Oh, well, thanks for your input on that one. Kitten death video it is then. Do you know what I'm saying? Here's a smaller channel didn't take that time out to help me out. So what outcome did this lead to for me? I unsubscribed and I unfollowed. Not out of bitterness or hatred, but I thought, well, what's the point? You're not giving me your support in particular. Yeah, you answered a question, but would it have hurt you to take 2-3 minutes out your time of your morning while you're drinking your coffee just to have a little look and see what I'm about? Not really, not in my opinion. However, I do like to help other people out. I like to see other channels grow, and I like the camaraderie and the teamwork of getting through this YouTube thing together and watching each other grow. It's a sort of mark of friendship. So what am I going to do? I think one of the best ways of networking is to post videos on other people's channels. You see, I get a lot of requests day by day of people asking me to give them shoutouts and things, and even though that's fine, and I did do a shoutout for the Zombie Killer Whale and that pro that hides a couple of videos ago, it's a win-win situation when you think about it. Number one, if somebody posts a video on your channel, it saves you the time and effort of making a video, it gets you views to add onto your channel, and in their sense, it gets them a bit of recognition from your subscribers, and maybe throws a few over their way. Everybody's a winner. It's an absolute no-brainer. And not only that, it gives the person who's posting that video a sense of pride. I myself have done it on that Pro That Hides channel when he was at his 2,000 subscriber count. And I tell you what, it was probably the proudest moment I've had in all this YouTube journey to see one of my videos on another channel, bigger or not. Just to have that sort of acceptance is quite a nice sort of compliment. So, before we do go into this, it's not going to happen willy-nilly, we're just going to play a little bit of a game. This is Mimi. Mimi is my 4-year-old daughter's favourite doll. She goes everywhere with her. Now what I've done is, I've hidden Mimi somewhere in this gameplay. Now, if you do happen to spot Mimi, and you want to post a video on my channel, then leave the answer in the comments section at what particular time and whereabout you saw her, and I'll post your video on my channel. Absolutely no problem at all. If you do happen to see her and you don't want to post a video on my channel, then just don't give the time away. Just say, yeah, saw her, or send me a personal message. It's just for a bit of fun, basically. But yeah, that's about it, guys. Enjoy the rest of the video. I hope you have a bit of fun, and hopefully I can get one of your videos up on this channel. And remember, it's important to help each other out. We're all in this together. None of us are too big for our boots. Everybody needs a little bit of help. And like the old saying goes, one good turn deserves another. Jesus, I've gone all Jerry Springer. Ta-da, guys.